What up, everybody out there in podcast land? Thank you for tuning in yet again to another episode of Kane and Ross present the Get I Set Up podcast. We're expressing our full capabilities. Today, might want to send correctional facilities, brainchild of mind child. I'm the dad half of this operation. Ross Cooper coming to you live and in public, if you will. As always, shout out to Dusty Rose to that one. Always rocking with the best. My co-host, please introduce yourself to the folks.
Arrogance will leave you out the sight of excellence. Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's a good day, month, hour, year, second, all that good stuff. You watching on the platforms. Please share with your friends, families, enemies, bug on your wall, aliens outside, dog peeing on your mailbox, your late package, all that. Share all of them. All right. And if you watch on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Because if you don't, you're gonna catch a Charlie horse when you stretch in bed.
Ooh, that's the worst, yo.
That's the worst. It happened to me a couple days ago.
Did you fall out the bed, yo? Because that's the problem. It's not the Charlie horse. It's trying to get rid of it. You end up falling out the damn bed.
You gotta somehow stand up. So I just rolled out of bed. Rolled out.
Shout out to bed, but in a weird way. Right.
I felt it, just started rolling. It was instinct. I ain't even think about it. I ain't had time to say I was out.
But yeah, we are back in full motherfucking phys ed in my Snoop voice. The big game here in America was this weekend. Chiefs Niners didn't go the way I wanted it to, but oh, by the way, it still kind of fucked the NFL. As I've seen a few people say, this is the curse Kaepernick. 49ers ain't gonna ever win shit again until they do right by Cap or for what they did to Cap. I don't know how to correct that situation at this point, but yeah, right, you can't unless you gave him a job. And even with that, like I'm hearing he's getting a job with a Harbaugh, which kind of makes sense because when Cap was in San Fran, Harbaugh was the coach,
and they won the Super Bowl.
So no, they didn't. We should have, but they didn't.
I said went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, went. I thought you said won.
I know they didn't win. They lost to us. I was there. All right. Sorry.
Don't get disowned, sir. Don't get disowned, sir. But because for all them MVPs Lamar got, yeah, ain't sniffed Super Bowl. But anywho, heck of it, but all nonsense aside, even as a 49er fan, because I'm in with the NFL, I'm still indifferent. I still think there should be pretty much black because the inherent issue is there's still not enough black ownership for my liking. And the NFL in general, even with all the rule changes, is a grindhouse. Like it chews you up and spits you out when you're done playing. You know, with all those rules changes, I don't know if you watched it, but there's a documentary on Amazon, Kelsey, and you know, I'm not sure we talked about it on the show, but it's actually a great doc. It actually chronicles Jason, not Travis. And Jason is a center. Like he's not even a running back. Like that. Jason is a center. And the grind and the toll it's taking on his body is just like he got young daughters. You could hear him grunting and moaning to get on the floor to play with them. Like, and I'm like, you're not even running back. You're not even taking that kind of punishment per se.
I mean, he's blocking the biggest dudes on the field. And then you also got to remember when the running backs behind him, who's he pushing and falling on? He's going to be at the bottom of the pile every time.
But you can have plays, unlike a running back. Every time you touch the ball, you're guaranteed to get hit. You playing center. If it's a pass play,
you still blocking. Wait. You're getting hit every play you play on the line. That don't make no sense. The only position you might not get hit every play is quarterback and maybe receiver if you don't get the ball. That's okay. It. Everyone knows you get in contact.
I'm not saying blocking Warren Sapp is a piece of cake. What I am saying is blocking Warren Sapp is a lot different than getting your head taken off by Ray Lewis going over the middle.
So, okay.
Running back is the most punishing position on the field.
Because they're small. But, dude, he has to block the biggest, strongest dudes every down. Every down.
Derrick Henry is a mutant. What is wrong with you?
Dude, that's one person.
Jamal Lewis, Bo Jackson. I can go on, but yeah,
Yeah, I can name a lot of medium-sized running backs and small ones. So what are we talking about?
I'm just saying, playing running back is guaranteed punishment. Playing center, not as much
As
punishment.
someone that's played both, you still have punishment on the center. Actually, I damn near tore my ACL playing center.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot the weird days when you first started at your center. Like, what
Exactly.
are we
I
doing? What
don't
are we
know. Like I
doing?
said, they put me at D and then they put me at I don't know how the first year I get put at center, but it's all right. They got rectified the next for the rest of
Right.
my football career. But
Right. Right.
the
Right.
first
Right.
coach was, a little, bless his heart. But
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I got hurt because, like I said, you that way you begging with the dude in front of you. You have all these legs next to you, and all it takes is for your leg to get caught and someone to fall, and it's over. And
Right.
that's what happened to me.
Gotcha. But where I was going with that was, yeah, the NFL is still a meat grinder, and it's mostly black bodies being ground up. The NFL is still 70, I think 75% black, and
Millions of
they're
dollars. You paying the price.
yeah. But when you look at what these owners are making,
There used to be ownership.
it does. So, um, but yeah, big game. We still don't have enough black ownership for my liking. Get in relative proportion to the players that are there. But yeah, big game. Grew up a 49er fan from Buffalo, but grew up a 49er fan. I always want the Berman Bowl. We never got our 49er Buffalo Bills Super Bowl. So that's what I was hoping for. It didn't quite happen. But all in all, it was one heck of a game. It was one heck of a game either way. You know, I can appreciate just a good game. Like I'm a 49er fan, but I can appreciate a good game. It was
Yeah,
one hell of a game.
exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
and it's interesting because I don't know how much we touched on this before, but it's interesting because it was just some weird stuff going. I won't. It's weird because I'm like, are we still doing this? So what I mean by weird, Usher, in my estimation, put on one hell of a halftime show. This is what happens when you have Rock Nation running your halftime show, and we finally got past Janet's nipple. Uh,
I don't understand why people are mad at her that. Like it happened.
Bruh, the thing is though, we got like Grateful Dead and just the lamest halftime shows for a good long while. Like, oh my God, we saw a black nipple. We can, and for like I swear, the next 10 years, you got the most lamest halftime shows. Like, folks legit would change the channel during halftime because the halftime performers were so whack after Nipplegate. But
Not even her fault. It happened. That's Justin's
exactly.
fault. He did that.
Right. Who denied all knowledge, who disappeared. But you know, to be
Right, like
expected.
he the one that pulled the damn thing, not her. But hey,
Right.
she took the flag for it though, which is crazy.
Right. Of course,
We never
absolutely.
seen a
White boy,
nipple before. We all got nipples. It don't matter. But go ahead.
right. But yeah, heck of a game. But what was interesting, just observations. Usher put on a halftime show for the ages. It was up there with the West Coast halftime show. Like this is what happens in Rock Nation. Now runs your halftime shows. You're not going to get this boring BS anymore. Which is going to be the halftime show you don't want to change the channel from. But Usher, at least in my estimation, delivered on all points. Now, here's what I found funny, and I'm curious to see what your reaction is going to be. But if you checked online, because nowadays, you know, we can't do none without checking online, checking social media, see who's doing what. There was a whole bunch. I couldn't believe it. I had to see it for myself. But there was a whole bunch of, man, the halftime show was just okay. Oh, he's an okay performer. I'll give you three guesses. What demographic of people said that?
Are they wearing red? They not bloods?
Bro, I mean, I can't even go as far as that affiliation. All I know is all of the people that seem so ridiculously underwhelmed
Spoiled milk?
were were all white.
Okay.
I scrolled through a good chunk of them just waiting to see. Nah, ain't no way, ain't no way. It's got to be because black folk is forever. That was a disappointing moment too. But I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, per per a whole bunch of white folks, Usher's halftime performance was just meh. So I'm like,
Each his
so
own.
you got singing, wardrobe changes, stayed on key, on freaking roller skates, and that's meh to you.
Teach his own. See that I don't care. Like everyone has their own thing. I don't care.
Ironically, but it's how interesting is it the opinion of a certain demographic, almost exclusively of people, is identical.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. So I don't care. Like I said, if you know where someone stands, you can't get mad at whether you know where they stand, because you know where they stand. Why is that a shocker?
It's a
I don't
shock.
care. It's expected. It would be worse if it was old people saying it.
Oh, time. Here's where this gets interesting. Here's where it gets interesting. Um, culture vultures are who? Okay.
A lot of
They
racists.
usually
A
love
lot of racists. Not just them, but go ahead. Just say it.
usually love all of our entertainers, all the
Was
entertainment.
every other race?
Um, but now all of a sudden the halftime show is meh. Stop. You just you have to lift your white hood up to tell us this?
Did they
Did you
say it
did you
was?
lift your white hood up to type that out first,
Did
there,
they say
buddy?
mad last year? Was the same people said mad? I
It's a
don't
very
remember.
good question.
Because if they were, then maybe they just don't like Usher, which is valid.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
To
If
each
you
his
put
own.
it this way, hold on. You could find reason to not like the West Coast Super Bowl halftime show. You can
What?
find a reason for that.
What reason? What?
Kendrick can border on revolutionary sometimes. What is 50 Cent doing there? You can Dr. Dre himself has not one but two abuse issues from his past against prominent women. You can find reasons. I just don't like hardcore rap. You could find reason.
What if they just don't like R&B?
How can you not, as someone who appreciates music, how can you not appreciate the showmanship, the on point singing? You you reaching.
Well, it was a slip up on the singing part, but it wasn't him. But
Okay,
um,
fine. But that's
but
that just that's a reach. That would be absolute.
I'm
As
not. I'm
someone that
not.
can appreciate showmanship in singing, that's a reach. You just say you don't like black music, or in some cases,
They just don't like him. Why is that so hard to comprehend? Just everyone doesn't have to like everything. There's people that don't like The Godfather. That's one of the greatest movies ever. Art is subjective. Art, oh,
but
you
the
can't. You're an
problem is,
artist. You can't put something out and expect everyone to like it because you put all your all into it. That's
right?
that.
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay, good. You're right. I will give you a classic example. I hated Players Ball when Players Ball dropped. Outkast's first single. I'm like, eh. Now that was not just there wasn't necessarily me hating. It was me not understanding as what Players Ball dropped, I think, in 94. So I was 17. This was junior senior year for me. This was me, being super hardcore East Coast and not looking through an artistic lens, but rather looking through a regional East Coast bias, right? From an artistic hip hop standpoint, because what actually would eventually happen is my homeboy went and bought the CD, so I'm playing list of Cadillac music. And upon listening to that CD, I'm like, yo, these dudes is dope. Atlanta or not, these dudes is dope. Because from an artistic standpoint, I can understand and recognize good art. It might not be my flavor, but I didn't call it trash. And what I saw a lot of online, it wasn't objective at all. It wasn't okay. I can see, like, I can't roller skate and sing at the same time, so I got to respect. It wasn't respect for the art. What I saw a lot of was just trashing it, like what he did wasn't fucking phenomenal. It's like, stop. Your white hood showing.
Okay, so
Stop.
did they say trash or did they say it was mid? Which one is it?
Mid.
Okay,
They
then
say it
that's
was mid.
fine. That is fine.
What nothing Usher did mid. None of that was mid.
That's your opinion. That's how you view the art. That's
Objectively,
you. That is
let's see some.
you.
Okay, hold on. Let's see the level of performers that can run through 7, 8 different parts of the song, wardrobe changes, and on roller skates is about, I don't know, 3 people long,
So
maybe.
so you're gonna die on this hill because some racist white folks said his performance is mid. This is what you want to die on music because of his performance, and this is all objective. By the way, I've seen some black people say it was all right. It was an all right performance. I seen our own people say it was. So
I
that's
was
why I'm
trying. I
like,
was.
it doesn't matter. This is how you view the art, but the art speaks for itself, and everyone else judges according to their own experience and what they're seeing. If
I
they
mean,
think it's mid, then they think it's mid. I don't care.
I
Most
will
people
tell you
didn't.
this.
So that why
I
do we
will.
care about them?
It's just this because it's going to lead into where we're going next. It's just a sad commentary. It goes back to something you said, which is quite troubling. Maybe we haven't changed much from the 60s.
We haven't. We're going back in time. You didn't notice?
But because it leads to, and we're going to get into it in a moment, it leads to other problematic conversations. And it's like I really thought after George Floyd's death, we held a mirror up
No,
in this country.
no.
Like that was a day of reckoning when you saw a white cop execute a black man on TV for 7 minutes and change. Like I really thought we held the mirror up in a lot of ways. And maybe that's me being way too optimistic, but I
Yes.
thought we held the mirror up. But it just like I hate to do this, but you know how when someone has, the difference between when someone has a legitimate criticism versus you can tell when somebody just hating,
Or
and
nitpicking. Yeah.
that was a lot of that was just hate.
They said mid though. I would say if they said it was hating, if they said it was trash. If you said it was just okay, I don't really. I like I said, it's probably is some hate to it, but to be fair, I don't care. It's a halftime performance. Everyone ain't Usher's type. So yeah, especially husbands. They probably thinking about their wife or something. I don't know.
I mean, well, see, that's another conversation. Like, shout out to Alicia. I thought Alicia looked great. She did great. It was great to hear my boo.
Like wine.
Great for her to remind people.
Finest wine.
Great way to remind people she is that girl still. There's a reason she was on Empire State of Mind. Great for her to stick to her guns. She's the first, and I think only sister I know, only main person in Hollywood or in entertainment I know that sticks to I don't need makeup. I'm not knocking anybody who feels the need to, but in a very image conscious world where image is everything and what you look like is everything and blah blah blah.
Mhm.
Alicia was like, "No, I'm good. I don't need makeup."
I mean, you didn't
Like, good.
find I mean, we've been saying this for years to it, but they don't care. So I mean, hey, if you find like that, you wouldn't. Why? If you
I
comfortable
mean,
in
but
your own skin, why?
here's the thing though. And no knock to those who ain't got none, because you ain't had no choice in that. Melanin is all the makeup you quote unquote need.
Black don't crack for a reason. But you put
Some
all them chemicals on your face, you gonna start seeing cracks. Just saying.
but melanin is all the makeup you need. Now again, no knock to those who don't have any. You didn't have a choice in it.
We ain't
But
either.
yeah, but melanin is all the makeup you need. Like, yeah, it's a reason you got Angela Bassett like 65 looking like she's 35.
Well, 45, but yeah.
Like,
I
but
agree with
you
you.
see where I'm going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she
So
still looks good. Great.
yeah. And I'm not gonna feed into the whole, well, a woman's worth is connected to what she looks at. No. But this is entertainment. This is show
Well,
business.
kinda is.
No. This is entertainment. This is show business. It's a different animal. So the bravery, sadly, you have to say bravery. The bravery it takes for Alicia to walk around with no makeup on. Salute.
That
Salute.
shouldn't be a thing, but
Yeah,
society, man.
agreed. But we've been fed. We all of us have been fed certain beauty standards for literally centuries. So
Yeah.
you know, and it's been the message has been made loud and clear to a lot of women. Hey, if you want exposure, you got to look like this.
Now we know we see the same archetype right now, and it's just horrible.
I mean, I think we touched on it a couple pods ago. Like, hey, we now live in the plastic surgery BBL era, and it's like if you want exposure, you got to look like this.
Yeah,
And
gotta look like insect. I got you. Let's go.
you
Bug's Life is making a sequel. This is real women now. But go ahead. Let's go. Shout out to y'all though. Y'all got bread to spend there, so Props to
Oh
y'all.
my God, yeah.
I ain't got bread to get surgery, so this is
I
no
mean,
hate.
but listen, if you body build, you take steroids. It comes with the territory. That's what you got to do to be successful. If you want a certain kind of attention, if you are in a certain world, a BBL is an occupational advantage. Like if you are an exotic dancer, that is an advantage
Yeah, but
for
dude,
you.
okay, I don't mind the plastic surgery. That's not my thing about them. But like, did y'all like take a test drive first? Like, can you get a refund on that? Like, some of them, like whoever y'all going, like, if you want to go that route, go all the way. Make sure you get the best one, cause y'all dying and then looking crazy out here.
It's like a tattoo. Like don't get the gel
Yeah,
tattoo. Don't go to the
actually,
tattoo party.
yeah,
Get
don't go
go ahead
first.
and pay right. Because any tattoo artist under $100 an hour is probably you gonna get what you pay for. That's
Yeah,
all I'm saying.
yeah. There's some things you gotta pay the price of admission.
Mhm,
Tattoos,
mhm.
surgery. Yeah,
Go ahead.
I-
Don't get the
don't be cheap.
don't get the discount. Get one cheek, other cheek
Oh,
half off.
oh
No,
no.
don't do
Oh no. It might fall off
don't
the next day. No, don't do
you
that.
know go to somebody's basement and get in the concrete. Like
You're gonna
I'm
end up
glad
like a
that's
human
finally
centipede going to somebody's basement. But yeah, go ahead.
I'm
But
glad that era's over with. And it's just with anything, sometimes things go wrong, but I'm just yeah, go ahead, spend the big money and get it done right.
yeah, that's all I ask. Because there's no way you walked out at the doctor's office. It's like, this is it. Yeah, good job, doc. It's one of those like when you get a messed up haircut, but you got a lie. Like, man, this. He's like, what you think, man? It's good, it's good. But in the
Yeah,
inside, you crying. You want to choke him, but you can't do it. You can't do
yeah.
it.
But yeah, I think and it's interesting because now one thing I did see on this side of the fence, on the black side of the fence, people I saw more than a few posts talking about Alicia's pooch, and I'm like,
Who?
Alicia,
Pooch.
because she had a little pooch in the front, and I'm like,
Yeah, a whole lot of stuff in the. I mean, sorry,
you stupid
that
joke.
was.
But I'm just like,
Y'all talking about
damn,
pooches? She had kids, didn't she?
nothing major. Only literally brought life into the world. It's
Like, do
okay.
y'all not know the effect it has on women's bodies?
And well, I'm here's the thing. I've seen criticisms coming from women with kids, so I'm like,
Like,
what?
everyone's not the same. Every pregnancy is not the same, so everyone's body don't recover the same. Like,
Right,
that's worse. Like, that's why I said women are the women's biggest hater. You think it's us? Nah, women are way worse. Because you're supposed to
I,
understand this. This should just be like a natural thing that you should feel because you know.
right.
But the fact that you putting this, you basically uh continuing what was it monarchy? Not monarchy. What's it called?
Patriarchy.
Patriarchy. There we go. The fact that you're basically riding with the patriarchy on how you should look after a pregnancy, like that still isn't life threatening because it still is. It's not as bad as back in the day, but yeah, people still
Right,
die from giving birth. So like it's a risk no matter what, and you might not come back the same. That
right.
is a real thing.
And I'm just like, you have literally done the single most important thing that can be done. Keep the human race going.
Well,
I think that buys you some grace.
or it buys
Just,
you some grace, but
you only gave birth to a person,
it takes a
but
lot of strength.
the snapback is real. And these
It's not
retarded,
realistic.
these goofy ass standards that
Fitness.
we put in place,
It's
like
yeah. Blame social media and fitness models. Like, oh, I just had birth and no, my belly's still flat. I still wear size -5. I don't care.
yo, you
Like that's you. I'm like I said, everyone like you got blessed with great genetics and probably a great surgeon. Great for you, mother. But everyone else is not like that. It's fine. You don't have stress more. You don't have all this. Speaking of someone
like,
who lost a hell of weight, I got loose skin and shit. It bothers me, but it's normal.
and I'm just like, it just irks me how cheap birth has become. Like, if you really go through what a woman's body goes through during pregnancy and birth, I
Hmm.
think we come off a lot of bullshit, but it just, whatever. I had a kid. No, you literally pushed a 6 to 8 pound human out of a relatively small space and went through pain that's equivalent to a bone breaking. That
I
ain't no
experienced that.
small thing.
And you do that for hours too. It ain't just pop up. So you got hours of that.
Right.
Woo!
And
Damn.
just like,
Damn.
you know, but how warped is human society or this Western society where the concern is, you know, the US has one of the worst maternity leave policies in the modernized world.
That is horrible.
We expect our moms to get back to work like,
Oh,
you just gave birth. All right, cool. We see you next week, right?
like postpartum, like I said,
Postpartum,
postpartum is real. Like, people
seriously.
like are offing themselves. So now there's no mother. Then you just like come on. I'm sorry, yo. This ain't even me copying. Like this is realistic. This is fair. You give birth, you should have at least a month or so to recover, paid, if not more.
I mean, I would say
If not more. I'm saying
at
that's the
least
baseline. But yeah.
right. No, the baseline should be 6 months, but I got you.
All right, well, whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying it should be more than a damn week.
Yeah. No, the week was me exaggerating. You do most companies do give you, I think 12 weeks, 12 or 16 weeks, something like that.
What is that? 2 months?
So
2 months, right?
yeah, I think at the vendor company you can get to 12 weeks is gonna be 3 months
That's
off.
3 months. Yeah.
I think you need at least 6 months. Just my thought. I think you need at least 6 months off.
Oh,
But
until they get to school age.
that's ideal. That's to me,
That would
that's
be the
ideal.
best. That would be the best
That'd
thing.
be the
So
best case,
you
absolutely.
can
But
actually,
then,
yeah, okay.
because
But I
that's
know.
where, but that to me, that's where we start having those different conversations about men able to take care of women. Da, 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 da. I think that there's a place for that conversation. It's just not an age bracket a lot of people are having it in. But I don't want to get too far off topic.
Like we usually do now. But hey,
I don't want to get too off topic. But yeah, the Super Bowl was wild. So we got that. People were talking about Alicia's pooch, which is just mind blowing to me. She looked great to me. Um,
boy. Whew.
I mean, my looked great to me. It was great to see HER, great to see her. She looked
That's he.
great.
Oh yes. Wait, why you say? I thought it was just her. Is it really? Do you just? Is that how you're
I
supposed
don't.
to say it?
I
I thought it
officially
was
still.
her.
It is an acronym. I
I know
forgot
it's
what HER
accurate.
stands for, but you're just saying her because it's like you got to
I just say
designate the
her.
artist versus yeah. But great to see her there. Because like you gonna make a who's on first. Her who? Like no, I'm talking about that. So I just want to distinguish. I'm talking about the artist, but she is just super uber talented. And I think that's universally accepted. And then of course, there's the Swifties, and everyone's super ticked off about Taylor, and I'm like, now I thought it would honestly, I didn't think this would carry this long. I thought folks would be like, whatevs. Yo, it's legit. Some people like I started seeing not messages, but seeing comments on posts. It's people really bothered by this young lady's existence. Like, I don't want to see you every 5 minutes. Like, dog, if we had to add it out,
That's true.
I think she probably got during the actual game 5 maybe 5 minutes of screen time during the actual game.
That's a lot of time for someone not playing. In TV time, that's a lot of time.
That's like maybe five. This is
Mm,
Kelsey
no.
catches the pass and they flash to her for about 5 seconds. So 5 minutes is probably way too much. Probably not that much.
But no
So
one
I'm
else.
like,
But no one else gets that treatment. That's the point. Like we're not here for her. We're here for they're here for the game. But the thing is, though, I'm not mad at her. Be mad at the NFL.
and I'm like, I had to, and the reason why I thought this would die out by now, but this is my fault giving people credit for having intelligence. Do y'all just not understand how business works? Like, let me put this in a real short, sweet sentence. If me putting this camera on this person gets me an extra 300 mil. Guess what I'm gonna do?
Yeah,
Yo,
that's
camera over
it.
there.
The
Camera over there.
NFL's like I said. Once this whole thing started, the ratings went up through the roof. You got people watching football that never watch football, all because of her.
And which is shocking to me. Shocking to me because I'm like, I'm trying to think in my entire existence of life, have I ever started doing something because some celebrity says start doing something? And no, I haven't.
I mean,
But
but this is where we live. Elitism is real.
this ain't elitism. This is just
What you mean it's not elitism?
okay.
If she was
So
nobody, no one would care.
time out. So let me put this in real time. Let's put this in real time. If let me see, one of my favorite celebrities is The Rock. If The Rock started dating a WNBA player, I'm not going to suddenly start watching WNBA games.
You sure?
This is literally the equivalent of that. So
Yeah.
because your favorite little artist is dating an NFL dude, you gonna sit down and start figuring out figuring out football?
You want to know why I made this analogy? And rest in peace. And this is a topic later. Well, not this, but the father is. If Gigi was still here and Kobe was still here, what did I tell you? When second she goes to the league, maybe, and I'm assuming that she would because she was a hooper like her father, that
Yeah,
all the Kobe fans are going to be watching. I guarantee.
I get where you're going, but it's not quite an equivalent. But I do get where you're going.
I'm just saying. Oh, I'm saying I'm not. It's not
Yeah,
apples to apples. I'm just saying
yeah.
the effect of somebody or a large fan base being a fan of someone and whoever's associated with them, if they didn't watch that sport, but if whoever they're associated and they're there to support the person they're associated with, and you already know if Kobe is there, they're going to show every time Gigi does something, they're going to show Kobe, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone's going to watch.
Good point. Good point. Okay. And I outside of all the other obvious reasons I hate that Kobe died, because I would love to prove that point, because that's another issue. People really have vitriol for women's basketball. It's the weirdest shit ever to me.
Which is
Like,
crazy
yeah,
because it's doing better. Well, the college is doing better than the NBA.
right. And it's legit,
And Caitlin, when she comes to this is yeah, we gotta have a time. I don't know if we can do it right now, but next time. The
you say,
WNBA is not gonna die. Caitlin about to be the savior.
and you know who coming behind, right? You know who coming behind.
Ooh.
Juju. Lord.
Like they got you
Juju
might have a
US.
legit right, like you might have a Magic and Bird situation, which is the same thing that happens in NBA because everyone forgets the NBA was a failing business in the 70s, just like them. And what happened? They got lightning in the bottle because the most watched game ever, still to this day, was Magic and Bird in that NCAA final. And lightning struck twice in the bottle. They went to the two main franchises that
Mm-hmm.
fits their style of play. And they
Mm-hmm.
met up in the finals and had a real rivalry.
Real right,
That's
real
in
right,
the
right,
NBA. This is
right.
what the WNBA was missed. This is what I was saying. And Caitlyn effect is crazy because she sells out every time she touches the court.
Bruh. I was up in Jersey and
She nice as hell. I'm sorry. She cold.
I, put Juju Watkins, sir. I'm not
She
knocking
cold too.
Caitlin.
Oh, they both cold.
I'm not because Juju actually is a better rebounder. Like, yo,
I mean, she's a better
Juju is
all
a
around player, but Caitlyn
Juju is a
has the Steph Curry effect.
problem.
She has the Steph Curry, or she has the aura.
Yeah, if yeah, she because same way you watch Steph, like no way that's going in.
Let's go.
It's the same with Caitlin, like
And she
legit.
just pull it. And I'm just like, it ain't going in. Money.
Funny,
What do you
but
do?
not hope,
And just like Steph, she's shit talking too. So it makes it even more irritating.
hope. But yeah, talking about it when we started, the Taylor thing is just weird to me because the vitriol she is getting, like, are and I'm like, I gotta answer my own question. Like, are Americans this dumb? Yes, they are. They are. Because I'm like, if I could put her in one of my fitness tanks, you think I wouldn't? If y'all just, I'm like, how are y'all still mad? And then one thing I was talking about. Here's the interesting piece of this puzzle, right? Here's the interesting piece of this puzzle. Taylor is actually unproblematic. Like the biggest strike against her is the dude she was dating before Travis was racist, right? Asked some racist shit about him. She let dude go. Taylor is unproblematic. Believe me, on this show, if I found we can find some shit that she done said that was problematic, I air that shit right on out. She's so indifferent. She is so indifferent. It's painful. The problem is, and it's gonna sound like a strange correlation, but stay with me on this one. Nicki Minaj has a line in Going Seeing Green that says, "No chick could ever be my op that she defends me. It's corporate giants and machines that go against me." This is the exact opposite of that. Nicki's beef isn't with Megan per se, is with the machines and everything that pumped her up, right? This is the same thing in the sense of Taylor ain't did nothing but show up to support her dude.
Yeah.
It is Goodell and everybody else putting these cameras on her and knowing like how was it? Just think about that. So because she started showing up the game, somehow the NFL made an extra 300 million more,
and the ratings went through the roof.
In my head, I'm like, are y'all really that big as sheep?
Yes. I mean, you knew that. Come on.
No, I didn't. I didn't. Because again,
how?
Because the problem is sometimes I see the world through rose-colored lenses, and I'm like I said,
that's why.
If The Rock started,
that's you
dating Caitlin Clark, I'm not going to start watching Iowa games.
Yeah. You go on social media, you see people literally with pages dedicated to other people. If that ain't the most weird I ever seen in my life, I don't know what it is. And they will fight to the death over that, over this person they don't know.
It is. It is.
I can't necessarily, I don't like it, but I can't blame, that's smart business. The numbers back it up.
It does. And I'm like,
so that's what I'm like, see her for a while until they break up.
If they do. So I guess the question becomes, when and if they get married, are we still going to be treated to this?
Nah, it's the breakup coming soon, man. That new album need to drop, man.
Now, see why you don't do that.
That new album need to drop, man. Just saying.
Don't do that.
That new album need to drop, man.
No, because my wife tried to mention, hey, when Russell was dating Sierra, it wasn't the camera on Sierra all the time.
I'm like, Taylor.
I think the difference is though, Sierra already had a kid, and it's a different animal because they were married in a family already. And reality situation is
she's not Taylor. Boring. That's it. No, the reality situation is she's not Taylor. She's not Taylor. That's what it is. What are you talking about? We don't gotta be around the bush around here. If this was in her prime, like early 2000s here, that would be different. But now we're making TikTok music, so I don't know. So we just it's just like no, it's levels to this right now. It's levels.
Hold up.
Taylor's on another level right now. You gotta admit it. She almost damn near touching Beyonce. Like, and that's saying something.
It is. I'm gonna touch that one in a minute too. Here's the thing though, we might have an issue next year. Where you at, as a matter of fact?
Oh, because of Kim?
Yeah, buddy. That's gonna be interesting.
If this gonna give us a Super Bowl, go for it, Kim. Put out another tape. I don't care. Do something. I just want a Super Bowl.
I don't like diving into the mess of celebrity, but everybody speculated if Megan Good started hanging around Jonathan Majors as an image thing. And I can't help but wonder.
It didn't work.
Kim and OBJ, like, this doesn't smell funny to anyone. This doesn't smell funny to anyone at all.
You don't want, if you want to get a celebrity woman, I don't think Kim is the one you want. You want to clean up your image.
No. This is perfect. If I'm Kim, again, smell the bit. What have I always taught you? Follow the money. So Kim has already had Usher in an ad, already getting NBA money. Why not tap into NFL money? If I see Taylor hanging around this dude and all of a sudden all eyes on her.
I mean, you talking about the Kardashian way. Okay. All right, cool. I mean, they have the blueprint. It works. They don't care. I don't care.
It's just like I just instead of spending the energy of being aggravated, why they should again let's whoever hear me clear on this. Whoever out there is mad at how much the NFL shows Taylor Swift, which again I think probably totals up to about 3 minutes tops, right? Um, you clearly don't have or do you not understand business? Because I'm thinking to myself again, if I could sit somebody, put a camera on somebody, and it lines my pockets at 300 mil, guess what I'm doing? Y'all lucky y'all don't see it between every down. You lucky you don't see it.
Nah, I think that
You're lucky you don't see it
nah,
between
you
every
dragging
down.
that you dragging that every
I'm
time.
just like, again, Nikki told us about it. I don't have a reason, and it's not that I tried, but I just cursory look. If it was some anti-black shit there, we tell you about it. I don't have anything on Taylor. As far as I know, she's just a chick. She's just a woman that decided to support her guy at his job.
And I still don't care.
Right. And like I don't get all bent out of shape. Like, dude, you see the comments. It's wild. I'm so sick of Taylor. I'm so bruh, it's 20 seconds. 20 seconds is hurting you that bad.
It's more of an
Now,
annoyance than a problem.
I can't even be I'm like, I can't even be annoyed. Like, what,
It's annoying.
how? Please help
Because
me. Help me understand. How is it annoying?
because I've seen the Chiefs game outside of the Super Bowl. They do a way. I think they toned it down the Super Bowl on purpose. But all them other games, you will literally damn near see it every other play. You can bet the over and unders how many times you want to see your ass. Probably you might see it like 15, 20 times. And
I
anytime Travis
mean,
does something, you always see it. And you know Travis is a main weapon, and he has a great game. You will see it like 50 times. It's like,
I
all right,
mean, and shout out to Travis for not, shout out to Travis for being autocorrect because when they had Travis Kelce invented the fade, I'm like, we're
the,
not doing this. Not in February. We're not doing this.
the fade. Are you talking about the haircut fade?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
a route
yeah.
fade.
He corrected it. Like, no, we're not doing this. So shout out to him for being aware enough to correct that.
Still a thug though.
Um, because I'm like, the swag surfing and that, like, dog. If Travis was a culture vulture, we call him out on it. He used to date his sister. He doesn't anymore. Now he's with Taylor.
Yeah, see now that part I don't agree with you. But
What?
I don't want to get into I don't really that part is a little iffy. But other than that, I don't really care. That's between them. And it's not Taylor's fault. It's the
It's
NFL's
not.
fault. It's just business.
It really is, and I'm
Because you
like,
still
believe me,
watch it. Because you want to know how? The numbers don't lie. You still watch it.
they don't.
So you can be mad. What Easy say? You can be mad. You can trash your TV. I don't give a fuck. As long as it's on, you still bought the shit. Like once you buy it, the TV is set, that's a view. I don't care.
No.
You can do whatever you want. You can have it on and not watch and go to the bathroom. I don't care. You still watch it. It's
And
still
and
there.
and I'm trying to hear all sides because again, obviously, I am not a black woman, so I'm trying to hear, sisters, please chime in. If this somehow is problematic, let me know how because it ain't anybody with sense knows this ain't touching the queen. This ain't taking nothing away from Beyonce at all. I get white America loves to try to compare the two, but I also get anybody with sense knows ain't no damn comparison.
It's not.
So white middle America can try as hard as they want. Like, okay, she's there as Travis's girlfriend.
Yeah,
The
then they show
halftime show,
Beyonce. She damn near broke the fucking.
right? The halftime show, that's put together by that black woman's. That's put together by that black woman's husband. Let's not. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's
Well,
because
that's her husband. That's not her, but I guess.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm like, she still has. Maybe she doesn't have album of the year. Still got way more Grammys than old girl. Like let's not
I'm
do
not.
this
I
because the
don't care that
comparison
much.
is gonna get ugly. Let it be.
I don't.
Like Beyonce so dope, she about to come back and just remind y'all who country music belonged to first.
That's just about to be ass. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I think they played the snippet from what I don't know. Whatever. What's
Again,
next? What's next?
if you don't like country or can't appreciate it, that's one thing. But that also means you can't give a real objective opinion.
Oh
From an
yeah.
artistic standpoint, it's a different conversation.
Okay.
That's what I'm like. From
Different
a
country.
I'm not asking do you like it or not. I'm just saying from an artistic value standpoint, that's that for lack of a better term, that's ballsy. Like, hey, I'm gonna make a country album.
It's Beyonce. I mean, she can come out and just say on the track. People gonna eat it up.
They're not.
Yes, yeah.
They're they're
Yes,
not.
yes. The
She has,
Beehive will. Yes, they will. The Beehive will. Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
she has actual artistic
No, no,
value.
I'm no, I'm not saying that I'm saying she can come out with anything and it will
Mhm.
sell. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's
but
legacy at this point. Now it don't matter. Her
yeah,
fan
but
base is
sisters,
the worst.
please, sisters, please chime in. If because we're two guys up here. If we're off, if there was something about this whole Taylor thing that is offensive or problematic to you as black women, I'm all ears because I'm trying to again.
What are they mad
I'm
about
not.
Taylor for?
I'm sorry.
What are they mad about?
Um,
Oh, because you there's this then kicked it to the curb. Okay.
Not
So what
even that. It's just would this be hypothetically if he was dating Jill Scott? Will we have this issue?
are you talking about?
If Travis Kelsey, instead of dating Travis Swift, he was dating Jill Scott, would Jill Scott be plastered all over the place?
No,
Well,
she
would it
wouldn't.
be
No.
right? So
I
I
mean, I
will
think
say,
she'd be shown, but not like this. And
put
I
it this
don't
way.
know if the effect would be.
I would say, I'll put it like this. I will say this, and I could be wrong, and I'm willing to be wrong. I'm willing to be corrected. Hypothetically, let's just say, because he ain't got no problem dating sisters. Let's just say in an alternate parallel universe, Beyonce is single. If Travis Kelsey is dating Beyonce, it's gonna make just as much news.
Oh, yeah,
It's
because
gonna
it's
be
Beyonce. Well, I see. This is where the race thing doesn't come into play, and this is just stardom. You just named two of the biggest women stars in the world outside of Rihanna. Of course, for some dumbass reason, Beyonce chose him. Then everyone will watch and pay attention to that. And it'll be a million think pieces. And then we'll have millions of topics for top podcasts to go. That will feed families for that relationship. But either way, I don't care.
so. You know what? Here's a good one. But this is just off the top. If he was dating Erica Badu, you think we think we get the same effect?
No, because she's not them. Sorry. And she's
It's
ultra
Badu
talented.
though. Like
She's
you
ultra
don't,
talented, but she's not them. She don't
but
got the
she's
fan base that those girls got. Come on. A Beehive and
Erica.
a Swiftee. Come on, dog.
Okay, she doesn't have a fan base, but she
That's
has
the point. But she has the what? The booty?
she has the
Sure.
she has the presence. I see you. If focusing on the wrong shit was
What's
a
the
person,
presence? All right, what's the presence? What's the
if
presence?
focusing
What's the
on the
presence?
wrong
Oh, no,
shit
no,
was a
no, no. You want to put no? What's the presence? I want to know what this presence is. What do you see, my brother, with those two eyes and them two glasses? What do you see?
Erica Badu is eccentric. She's not one of the mill. She's off left. She's left of center. If anyone pays attention to her online, she's
See that? See, yep, you
accidentally,
lost right there.
intentionally hilarious.
You lost right there. You said if anyone pays attention online. See, the problem is everyone pays attention to Taylor and Beyonce. That's the point. There's levels. And
Okay.
like I said, I'm not trashing her. She's a legend. And she's
Okay.
different. Cool. And great assets. But either the way, this is just I'm saying assets of her, writing skills and the music ability.
Right. Sure. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. Nice and wide. But yeah, this is just a great. I still don't care.
I mean, like I said, I want to be proven wrong. I have no problem being proven wrong because right now it's just now the NFL. I think it was an NFL commercial. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. It was ESPN. ESPN took a shot and they made a whole commercial about. I mean, they did a whole bit about how is the hate against Taylor Swift. There's a whole bunch of upset dudes that she's invading spaces typically occupied by guys, and
That
I
is
don't
weird.
think that's the case because I hear just as many women is irritated by her presence.
Yeah, I don't
So
think they care that she's there. It's just the camera being on all the time. I think that's the only problem. But the problem also is you keep watching. So if y'all stop watching and do what you put your money where your mouth is, the NFL will stop. Do you not understand the power of consumers?
no, they
If
don't.
you, huh? What?
They
You
don't.
don't? Oh, because I'm about to say a lot of stuff y'all complain about this, that, the third. If y'all stop buying, stop paying attention, stop watching, you will. People listen to money. So they're listening to the money, and the money is saying keep the camera on her. But if the ratings went down and they lost money, I guarantee you will never see her again.
Right.
So yeah.
And we've done all this. Refresh me, because I swore. Did we dive deep into the Congo or no?
Nope.
Okay. I don't know how we got here first, and I apologize for that. So there is still hell going on in the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. There is something pretty much that looks like a genocide going on.
Looks
Uh,
it is.
here's where things get interesting, right? Africa as a continent is the basin of life. All things originated there. Don't like that? Right? Go punch your caveman. Go punch your cave chick mama. Because this is factually proven, right? It is home to a bunch of resources used to make, well, damn near everything we count on. Cell phones, so on and so forth, right?
And livestock, human ones. Go ahead.
Ooh, good point. Good point. But right now there's genocide going on there, as well as the atrocities being committed in Gaza against Palestinians. The issue is people care about what the media, what mainstream media tells them. So we want to take a moment to tell you again about the genocide still going on in the Congo. And this is a battle for resources, for everything like that. Um, it's ugly. I'm gonna encourage all to take a peek. I still haven't, as I mentioned, I still haven't found a way that we can donate. For there's a lot of ways you can donate to Palestinians. I still haven't found a way that we can donate to our brothers and sisters in the Congo. But it's ugly over there. And you're talking hundreds of thousand people getting displaced. I don't have a death toll, you know,
Ain't in the
and I don't know if that.
millions? I could have swore last night it was in the millions.
I got 6.9 people being uprooted and like displaced since October.
Yeah,
Now
but I
make
think
no
they say
mistakes
like
about
two
it.
of them died, 2 million died, if I
Jeez.
remember correctly. I don't, like I said, I know it was a big enough number because like I said, to mention the word genocide means it has to be a large number. So it's up there.
I'm just looking from the standpoint of, okay, even though I can't, which is also interesting too, because
Can't
I'm
find it, huh?
online looking. No,
Yeah, that's an issue.
it
And
is.
that's why the man had to set himself on fire for that reason.
Man,
You know
leaving
how
us off fire.
you know how
But
low you have to be and how messed up and how much of a hell you have to be that you are willing to set yourself on fire and literally just sit there and watch it happen until I die just to prove a point.
and we're even in the article I'm reading. I'm reading this article I found from IOL. Not sure what IOL stands for. But this is IOL news from Africa. And yeah, and under the heading, an unidentified man in the Democratic Republic of Congo has allegedly set himself on fire and
We
died
stopped
while
the
holding
video.
the sign.
We
We
stopped
will
the video.
stop the genocide in the Congo. So
I hate the word allegedly when we see the video. Man, there's nothing alleged. Well, actually, in this area, it might be.
oh wait. The
You know.
country has been embroiled in a civil war that has left thousands dead.
Oh, stop. Okay.
That's vague. No. Hold on. This just again showing the power of media. So we got allegedly set himself on fire. We have thousands dead. We don't have hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands. We have thousands dead. Um, but we have 6.9 million displaced people. If I have almost 7 million people displaced and moved out their homes, you mean to tell me out of almost 7 million people
Just survive.
Only a few thousand died.
There's
That's
not.
what you're trying to. That's what you're trying to convince me of right now.
Yeah, nah, this is a millions. Or hundreds of thousands. There ain't no way it's just a couple
But
thousand.
in the words of infamous words of Hove, we don't believe you. You need more people, and it's tragic because I can't seem to find an accurate number. If I was looking for, and again, this is not the oppression Olympics. If I'm looking for how many people estimated died in Palestine, I'm going to find that in 0.2 seconds.
Of course.
I can't seem to find out how many brothers and sisters have been lost in the Congo.
Because you know the number is stupid.
7 million displaced. If you displace 7 million people, that is pretty much almost
That's all New York City.
95. No, that's 95% of New York City. If 95% of New York City all of a sudden had to move, relocate, oh, that's big shit. And you can't convince me only a couple thousand, only a few thousand died and all of that. But that's what you're doing here.
Yeah. You can't prove it otherwise because you got nowhere to look at.
Well, yeah,
Our
that's
media.
me looking up. Someone set them, and I'm reading again at a quote. The conflict in the DRC is fueled by the competition for the rich natural resources of the region, such as gold, coltan, and cobalt, which are used in various industries and technology, reported local news outlets. So let me translate. Africa is still rich in some of the most valuable resources on the planet. It is where all life originated. Again, don't like it, smack your mama. Um, Gold, coltan, and cobalt, which are used in various industries and technologies. Let me help you translate again. If we don't get certain things from Africa, you don't have a cell phone. It's really that simple. Amongst other things, but let's start there. Like, as important as these damn iPhones and all this other shit is, if we don't get, if there is no mining, none of these things gotten from the motherland, you don't have cell phones.
Yeah.
Or they're going to be so astronomically priced that they're going to be the same cost as a car. There we go.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
And to quote you, and I hate to do it, but this is humans being humans. This is fighting over shit that don't ultimately matter.
Nope. No, but well, let me phrase that. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't. But in reality, it means everything because of what you just said. That's money, which is money is power, and power is control. And then we all know how that goes. So yeah,
I mean,
humans, man, smartest dumbasses on the planet. Oxymoron.
like I said, the only animal with the ability to single-handedly wipe out every other animal, but instead of doing it instantly, we want to take our sweet millennium time to do it.
It's going to happen. That's it. I just want to know where it's going to come from. At this point, we don't know where it's coming from. It could be many things that can just put an end to all this Thanos snap dish.
I have way more faith in your generation and generation behind it.
I don't. But our generation still, millennials are still doing stupid shit. But and the Gen V, was it Gen Z? I don't know. I'm more worried about Gen Z and the generation after, because that's where it gets important and that's where it's going to get spooky.
I think this is I don't have the data to support it. I just call it a feeling. I don't think it's accidental, the things that we're seeing. I don't think it's accidental that when it comes to Black Americans, we see the most ignorant and goofy of us, with the exception of those with a very large following and platform. But on average, you look through social media and you see trendy, goofy bullshit, and none of it really matters. I think it's a problem that, and I know a lot of people might disagree with this, but I think it's a problem that Shaun King was silenced. You know, when you have people that are speaking truth to power, that are talking about what's really going on, I don't think it was an accident. And I think it's problematic that Shaun King was silenced.
There's a lot of people silenced, not just him, but
yeah,
it happens. I
And
mean, information is power, and this is the information age. So if I can limit your information, I limit your power. You have
like that
nothing to
was,
say though.
and I'm going to use a very interesting quote, and only certain people around my age are going to understand where it comes from. This is a high tech lynching. See, when that sellout ass Clarence Thomas said it way back when he was getting his ass fried up for the fuck shit he said to Anita Hill, like, what? This, sir, is a high tech lynching. When
Yeah,
you have the ability to silence someone and not fire a shot,
silence or character assassinate them, and watch you hang yourself.
not even fire a shot. Like I said, at least
Perfect.
King was killed, Malcolm was killed,
You
you
had
know,
to.
right? But now, and then AI, like you said, we talked about it, AI and everything else. I can silence you and not even fire a shot. It won't even be illegal. I won't even go to jail for it.
Nope.
I won't even go to jail for it.
This is about to get real. Like I said, I'm just trying to figure out how's it going to end.
Yeah. And for those of us who seek knowledge, who seek the truth, you got to really vet. You got to really vet. Like you
Which
really got to
is
make sure what you're looking at is the truth, not your truth. And I think the problem, at least in this country, in a lot of ways, people look for their truth.
yeah, and that's where you know the algorithm, all that comes in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they
Mm-hmm.
shape how you believe and what your thoughts are. Because yeah, you can say you control your own app because you do. So if you don't want to see something, you could stop watching and watch other things, and it will pop up what you watch.
I'm about to
But
say this.
if you're already stuck in that dumbass mindset of whatever you're trying to, they're going to keep feeding you that, and that's just going to keep feeding your ignorance and all the other stuff that you do. And now here we are, radicalized motherfuckers.
Sir, this is why my feed is pretty much poems, bodybuilding, and kittens. Strange mix, but this is what you got.
Mine is cats, nature, fitness, food, funny
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm like I'm not. I've avoided the gender wars. I've avoided the goofy date bullshit skits. And this guy took this girl out, and she's upset because he wouldn't buy her a $99,000 lobster. Like I avoid all of that goofy shit, yo. Like yeah,
I don't even know how that's picking up traction, but like you said, bless our hearts. Because
because famous people are like, I gotta shout it. I gotta call it out at this point. Sadly, one of our good brothers that's very funny, D.L. Hughley, is a huge source of just goofy black shit online. Like he sure enough be towing the line on goofy shit that really doesn't need any shine nor conversation. We got bigger fish to fry. I do follow um Tariq Nasheed, also just weird. Also he weird brother, because I'm like, for me, and it's a me thing. It's very hard for me to take you seriously talking a whole bunch of pro black shit while decked out in European decor. It's just kind of a weird thing for me. But again, that's me. But yeah, um,
yeah, I looked apart.
like at least Dr. Umar rocking dashikis again. At least Dr. Umar just in dashikis. Now, if it's a Louis Vuitton dashiki, now I got a problem. But at least
Somebody check the tag.
made in China. Like, dog, I got a dashiki made in China. Like,
It's Africa's in China.
ooh, 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 ooh. Bars, unfortunately, bars. But yeah, we gotta take a look at the Congo, and I'm gonna see what other information I can get so I can update folks on the next show. Cause it's some evil shit going on over there, man. And the light ain't being shined on it. The light ain't being shined on it. And I'm like, this is the problem. It's a problem in Palestine. It's a problem in Congo. Anywhere where you have atrocities being committed and there's no light being shined, like this is just me and you. Does the UN know this? Is the UN sending aid? Like what are we doing here? What are we doing?
Sending aid. Yeah, they sending aid. It ain't for them. The same way they sending aid to all the other places. They ain't for us.
That's just jeez.
Eh, it is what it is. unfortunately. Thanos was right.
Really, yo, that's what we're doing.
Hell yeah.
Actually, and quick because I'm trying to pull up this info. I should have had it earlier. My apologies. But what do you think of that Deadpool?
It was
That
good.
Deadpool trailer?
Doesn't look Disney-fied. Thank you.
Yeah. No, not at all. Not at all.
Like
But
I said,
you can't Disney-fy Deadpool.
shit, Fox did. Well,
Right.
before he had his own movie.
You're right. That was a
Because
that
the
was a
first
that
time
was
we
a different
saw him
thing.
was horrible. That was
It
horrible.
was. It
That
was.
that was horrible. He did the two dumbest thing I ever like. Thank God they rectified that and gave him his own and made him actual comic accurate and let loose and let it be rated R. Like I'm telling you, people are clamoring for rated R movie, superhero movie. I told you back then, you had a bet saying, "Oh, it won't do a Billy or it won't do this, that," and then every rated R superhero movie did well and did better than the PG-13 versions because that's what we want to see. Especially with characters like that. You can't PG some characters, no. They are who they are. Put a damn
Agreed.
rating on it. If you don't want
Agreed.
PG, whatever. They ain't
That's
put it
something like
anyway.
if they better do the same thing for
Blade.
yes.
Sure.
You can't PG-13
Yeah,
that
if
one,
it's
dog.
PG-13, I'm not even gonna watch it. I ain't gonna like it.
Because that to me, that's the biggest crime for Morbius. You PG-13 it.
How do you PG-13 a vampire? This ain't Twilight.
Lord. La 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 la
Like
la
at
la.
least that I understand. It's a chick flick. Okay, cool. But this is Blade, and then the original Blades did well as rated R. So why the hell would you go to PG-13? It's a vampire movie. That don't make no damn sense.
Agreed. So this is wild. Okay, so what I was looking for, because this is kind of wild to believe, and actually give me 2 moments here. Let me actually get some better lighting going. But this is kind of weird. Not weird, but this is wild. Lakewood Church, known down in Houston, which is Joel Osteen's church, lady opens fire with her kid there. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. That's super crazy, actually. So I'm like, yeah, that's no good. That's no good. Um, Stop me if you've heard this one before. Apparently, she had an AR-15, the weapon of choice for mass shooters, apparently.
Shoot or
And I'm
us.
like,
Get 50% out on your mass shooting guns. Call now. Yeah, this is great. Great.
totally bad, totally bad. But I'm like, yeah, that's with her kid.
I mean,
Suspects killed, two injured. And I'm just like, again, she again showing signs of anti-Semitism. Apparently, there was something written on the gun
but you went
about
to a Christian church though.
Palestine. I'm just like, we're doing that.
Right.
Okay,
Well,
that's
okay.
right.
Okay, that don't even make sense. You went, you're anti-Semitic, but you went to a Christian church. Yeah, I'm not buying that. Sorry. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that.
From the
I'm
land of
not
go
buying it.
figure. From the
I'm not
land
buying
of
it.
go figure.
I'm not buying it. Or she just,
Mm.
well, yeah, I'm not buying it.
But it's tragic. No matter how you slice it, it is tragic. And I'm like, we have a. I said it before. I'm say it again. This country has a mental health problem disguised as a gun problem.
Yeah. But there's
And I
ways
mean,
to fix the
or as you
mental
always
health
say,
problem.
or as you say, two things can be true. So yeah, probably 1 second. But Now there are going to be some that no, nothing deserves death. Nothing deserves death. There are going to be some that say, Joel Osteen's the same dude that locked people out of the church during a hurricane.
I forgot all about that.
Folks that got locked out of the church didn't.
Huh?
I said the folks that got locked out the church sure didn't.
Hey.
So yeah, got locked out the church during the hurricane. It's like, yeah, fam,
That's crazy, like, dude. That's the time the church supposed to do stuff. Like, you do realize you're for the community, right? This ain't your property. This is God property. This is community property.
right. I'm just like, what's the logic of locking the door? Like, imagine just going through the thing that all happened. Imagine if Noah was like, nah, we ain't gonna let nothing else on the ark. Sorry, can't get on. We full. We had capacity up. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, but
Stone Cold Stunner. Oh, he's on the ship. All right, let's go. You ain't gonna keep me on the ship.
Yeah, that's bad. But yeah, got a shooting at a church again. Stop me if you've heard this one before. In Texas, and the obsession with firearms, and I was talking to this dude I knew from Texas. I know from knew because we ain't cool no more from Texas, and he could not wrap his mind around the very basic notion of I couldn't understand Texans' obsession with killing devices. What do you mean? Because like you don't understand. I understand fully because of where I come from, Western New York, and it's not an open carry state.
That's why. It's a different culture. The South is different from the North. The South, guns are everything. That's part of their culture. The North, no, because you get caught, you shoot yourself, you going to jail. So yeah.
Okay, but I'm like, you're right. It's regional. It's cultural and regional because I'm like, let me get this thing, as many of them as I possibly can, so I can kill as many things as I possibly can.
If need be.
Well, problem is a lot of folks, as we just saw, getting killed that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Well,
now because I get the ever present argument is okay. In the event something goes down, I can defend myself.
Yeah.
Okay. But it just, I guess, in a weird way, and again, I know this is reflective of my northeastern roots. It just seems like you attract the problem. Okay, could be me. Could
But
be.
mass
And I
shootings,
understand.
but what mass shootings happen in the West, in the North, though, so it doesn't matter. It was happening everywhere in this country. So it's not just them.
Yeah, I think the one place people have an argument is the crime aspect. Like, okay, open carry states have lower instances of certain crimes.
Because it's also probably what? Cost of living is lower. So is poverty the worst?
Oh no, it's some dirt ass poor places
Well,
in the
actually, in
South.
the South,
No,
well,
it's
yeah,
a bunch of rural places in the South. So,
and the most dangerous cities are usually in the South. So that don't make no sense then. If the most dangerous cities in the South, then how is it the crime rate low? That don't make no damn sense.
certain kinds of crimes.
Okay, so the petty crimes,
What we're
but the
talking
murder
about
rate's still
is
high. Okay, so why does it matter?
because certain kinds of crimes, like murder is the biggest, but it's not the only. Like robbery or armed robbery is a violent crime. And the instances of armed robbery in comparison to non-open carry states is lower.
Yeah,
Because the bottom line is you gonna think twice about running up on somebody knowing they got that thing on them too.
yeah. See, okay, the robbery part, sure, but the murder rate's higher. So what's the trade-off? Would you rather get robbed or murdered?
I'd have to check. I don't know enough info
I'm pretty sure, like I said,
because
the most dangerous cities for murder per capita are mostly the South. Memphis, New Orleans, all that. Baltimore. Well, I don't know if we up there anymore, but you know.
I think the boy Scott trying to do some things. So But yeah, it's just I just can't believe we're talking about a shooting in a church with a mom and their kid. Like
Well, the kid didn't do nothing. He just, hey,
that's just wild. And by all means, feel free to look up all the details on that when you're super interested. It's just that's something that kind of jumps off the computer screen. Like, wait, what? You ran up in a church. Here's the sad part:
not the craziest thing ever.
the running up in the church and shooting is not the hard part about this story.
Nah,
It's the fact you took your kid with you. That was
yeah,
a kid, like I think 7 years old.
yeah, he got shot too.
That's where it gets weird.
I mean, he's critical condition.
I just-
Like, you couldn't carry that out by yourself. Or you just wanted to meet God with your child. I don't know. This is
It's a wild, wild place we live in.
it is, but in America, you need to look in the mirror. You're birthing this. This is your fault. This is your fault. This is what you did. You put everyone in survival mode and you gave them guns. What you think will happen?
Yeah, it's just
You're not taking care of your people. Every
I,
other first world country semi takes care of their people, or at least attempts to. Here,
dog.
we
I
are the
mean,
first third world country I've ever seen.
and we have, and I'm not going to dive too deep off the track, but so as we talked about on a couple shows ago, I spent a little time in the hospital, right? Well, of course, the bills are rolling in.
I ain't one
This
of
country, this country has a healthcare issue.
my.
Um, Obamacare, I see why it was necessary. Just on a basic level, and this is something we talked about on the show before. One of the biggest problems I think this country faces is we think we have all the answers, that the American way of doing things is the best way to do it.
Hell no.
When that couldn't be further from the truth. Other police forces do not carry guns, and they're okay.
Because they don't have guns to the citizens.
Having more guns than actual people in the country,
Or jails.
also not okay. This is not the case across modernized nations. As much as people, it's funny having a for-profit healthcare system. Also not the greatest idea, right? And now I'm going to tell you in real time why. I am fortunate enough to work for a company with pretty good health benefits. How do I know they're pretty good health benefits? Because now that I've been home, all of the bills are starting to roll in. I bullshit you not. I have a hospital bill enumerating somewhere close
500.
to, excuse me,
500.
how many?
500.
No,
More. Huh.
closer to 8. Um,
Bro, this is crazy. Like, it not for you and not anyone else, obviously. You want nothing to happen to you. But you basically telling them you better off dying. It'll be cheaper.
a little bit.
Ain't no little bit, it's a lot.
Because a funeral ain't cheap neither.
It ain't 800. That's like 15 at most.
Nah, that's way more. The casket's going for 15, dog.
It depends.
Like, no.
Nah. If you trying to go balling to have a gold template coffin, sure. But a normal shit, that's like
No,
15, 30K.
I'm about to say, no, seriously. If you were to look,
15, 30.
caskets, a decent casket that's, super lock proof, waterproof,
You can get
everything
cremated.
else is going to be like, because what they sell you on, boy,
Plus, you got life insurance, supposedly.
yeah, but what they sell you on is making sure you're now this is the weird shit, but
Yeah, yeah.
what they sell you on is making sure once you're in that casket, that's it. It's sealed, no bugs, no water, none of that. Is
You did.
so that's what they sell you on, you know.
Sure. Right.
So yeah, casket itself can be starting at least at 10 grand, 10
Yeah.
and up
10.
and up.
Okay.
But I'm like, yeah, no,
Eight
it's not.
10. So at most, let's just say at most, high about 50K versus 800.
Yeah. So
Huge
that's like,
difference.
yeah, you're right. So this is what goes to, like I said, America thinks they do everything right, and the answers to a lot of things are outside of this country.
Yeah. I mean,
And
if the world America, see, to be objective and see for both sides is how I like to do things. Even if I don't agree with the other side, it's important to know how they think.
right,
And to be fair, on their side, they are doing things right because this is a capitalistic country and they're trying to make a capitalistic world. And it kind of is a capitalist world. I ain't no trying, it is. So if if you know that America is really unhealthy, and there's gonna be a lot of people going to the hospital, and you're billing them for every little thing, you know that's billions of dollars every year. And they're gonna keep coming back because we're gonna keep feeding you poison and watch you destroy yourself. So yeah, I gotta love it. I mean, it's diabolically genius.
yeah, if you look from that angle, you're right. But
It's genius. It
I was
is the
saying, I was
perfect money
saying,
maker. Go ahead.
I'm thankful for the insurance I have because my out of pocket on that is very, very little. But I see how medical bills can bankrupt people. Like that's the cost of a house. And it's like they itemize everything out. One, I even got to take a look at this because I think I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but I've seen a lot of double charges. And then two, because
Oh
of
yeah.
my diabetes, they got to come check my blood sugar. Every time I got stuck with a needle was a charge to me. Just something to think about.
Yeah.
Checking blood sugar, doing it. Every time I got stuck with something, I got charged for that.
They don't care. It's a business.
It is. And it's not they really need to rename it from healthcare. I don't think it's healthcare
Money care.
person. Yeah. It's profit off your lack of health, but that's way too long to say.
And why you have lack of health? Because all the shit that we was taught, like all the generations were taught that were good, we find out later we're not, and it was killing you.
No. Yeah.
Cigarettes
Yeah.
back in the day, milk back in my day and your day. You don't even see a got milk sign no more. You want to know why? Because that shit is not for us. That's bad for you. We should not be eating that.
Like, dog, I remember way back in like your great grandmother's day when the milkman used to come and actually leave containers of bottles of milk on your doorstep. Like, that's
Not no more.
wild.
And that shit changed, I think, when I became an adult. Because as a kid,
Yeah.
all you saw when you walked to school was got milk, got milk. So, all right.
Oh
And they
yeah, they
serve
got
you
milk
milk.
campaign.
And they serve you milk.
Right.
Now I'm lactose intolerant. Huh? What happened?
But well, most black, and that's funny thing. Most black people are lactose intolerant. I
Most
happen to not
people.
be,
It's
but
not
yeah.
black people. It's most people are. If you're not, you're an anomaly.
Oh, I'm not. You
You're an
know,
anomaly. You're supposed to be. Your
no,
body's. That's the point. You
yeah,
have
we're
a
not a sick.
genetic whatchamacallit, you have a genetic mutation or something that it doesn't affect you. But that's how you're supposed to be eventually. You're supposed to get to that point.
I mean, another thing is I don't. The only time I encounter milk, at least intentionally, is in cheese. Like that's the one thing haven't been completely wiped out yet is cheese.
I
But
had
I
to.
switched over to I switched down to I switched down to skim milk years ago, and then I switched to almond milk a few years back, a few years after that. So I haven't really
I had to
outside of
oat milk.
cheese.
Oat milk. That's what I got.
I tried oat milk. It's like, ugh, I can't.
Tastes fine to me.
Yeah. All
I'm
right.
not a milk guy.
So
I'm not a milkman. Double entendre. But
you
yeah.
stupid.
That was an accidental.
You
I don't
stupid.
discriminate, but I'm just saying that was a good double right there. But no, I don't. Man, my vice was cheese and stuff like that, and I can't do it anymore. So oh well.
Yeah. So let me see. You found a pretty good one as far as a great debaters topic. Hoops. All right. So anyone who knows hoops knows Kobe wore two numbers, number 8, number 24. We're also going past the sad um, commemoration of the death of Kobe and his daughter and the others on that helicopter. But you found a good one in light of that. I will say this first, just so folks don't get all bent out of shape. We're going to be talking about Kobe Bryant. If you still hate Kobe, you might want to tune out now. I do understand he had a complicated legacy. which is usually code for some fuck shit occurred with women. I got it. But here we are. And Kobe played number 8, and then he also changed number 24. So just a good comparison to see which version was better. One, for me, I'd say hypothetically, if you could have both of them play one-on-one, I'm taking number 24. Like if they played a game at 21 or something, I'm taking number
All right,
24
so
because
which years? What year of each version are you going to put against each other? So you gonna do what?
um,
06 number 8 versus what? 08, 09, 24?
either way, either way, like yeah, that probably works. But either way, because I'm like number 24, Kobe was an assassin. It wasn't just talent at that point. It was refined skill.
Okay, yeah, I could,
So number 24,
I could
number 8
say.
would just
I'm about to say number 8 wasn't an assassin. 81, 35 a game. Like that was 8.
and just comparing accolades.
Yeah,
Number 8 only had one All-Star game MVP. 24 had 3. Um,
legacy. That like some of the accolades are a little legacy because his last 3 years were horrible, but they gave him awards just off of respect.
mhm. Of course, number 8 had a dunk contest championship and all rookie. Can't count those. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 8 had 8 All NBA appearances. Well, number 8 had 8 All NBA selections. 24 only had 7. Um, wow. Both of them had 6 all defenses.
24, I about a couple of those a little shaky. No, I'm not gonna lie to you, especially towards the
They
end.
both had 2 scoring championships, and then Western Conference Player of the Month is not even close. Number 24, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of them. Number 8 only had 6. Number 24 is when he got his only MVP. And of course, this is kind of skewed. He had a finals MVP. He had 2 finals MVPs at 24, but of course, that was after Shaq left. So that's kind of
Right,
skewed.
he was going to get there.
Now, here's interesting. You have more points. Had 2,000 more points as number 8.
Makes sense.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I got it wrong. That was minutes. He had 2,000 more minutes as number 8. The point total is almost identical. 16,866 as number 8, 16,777 is 24. More rebounds is 8. More barely. Literally 10 more assists is number 24. More, oh boy, more steals. This kind of makes sense now. More steals is 8. 230 more blocks is 8.
Yeah, he was a better defender at 8. He was younger. I told you
Mhm.
it was legacy. Like some of them all defense was real shaky at 24. And I'm a Kobe guy. Trust me. I'm
Oh
rejected
yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah. Had a higher winning percentage number 8, but of course you can say that's
Shaq.
affected by the right.
And him. Let's not forget. Because Shaq ain't doing nothing without him. But yeah.
Right. It's a very yeah, he got 81 when he was number 8,
Yep.
but he got 61 as 24. The question is, I don't know which one of those you want to say is a little more impressive. 81 as 8 is pretty damn impressive, but
Dude scored
60
63 times in 1 month is 8. So if we go on scoring 8, if you just go on total numbers or like the high scoring numbers, 8 kills 24.
yeah, but getting getting 81 when you're 20 something versus getting 61 in your last game.
It took him 60 shots, but I'm not going to nitpick because it was still a great moment. But you got to have the context because he was chucking. But hey, he deserved to chuck. That's what we came to see, and we got it.
Right.
He went out gunning because he's a gunner. So what was your answer?
Oh boy. This is a tough one.
First, I want to say Kobe Bryant had a Hall of Fame career with two different numbers. That's crazy.
Totally. Right now, I'm on ESPN, and number 24 is winning. It's 54% to 46%. They've got over 38,000 votes. So slight edge to number 24.
See, young me would say 8. Adult me now says 24. And I would say 24 because the skill. I think 24 Kobe is probably one of the most skilled players we've ever seen in the NBA. And then of course the legacy. This is what stamped him as an all-time top 5, top 10 player. It's because he won 2 without Shaq. When everyone said he could, I was
What else?
proud when he won the first one without Shaq. And then he won another one. And then hit him with the coldest line ever. One more than Shaq.
Yeah. Yeah.
Went to 3. Like I said, I was depressed when he lost to the freaking Celtics the first, and they was killing him. He was getting killed.
Man.
I know. And like I said, the next year I knew he was winning. As long as no one got hurt, because Kobe would have sold his left arm to win that. Like he was not losing. And I don't care, even though they played the Magic and he didn't play LeBron or the Celtics, I still think he would have smacked whoever he played just off of
I'm
vengeance.
about to say, you still played Prime D Howard. That wasn't no
Yeah,
slouch.
but we wanted Dwight Howard. I'm forever mad at you, dog. Why you ruined the matchup we wanted to see? Why? This could have killed all debates right there.
No.
LeBron versus Kobe. Who better? Because now you got to see them both in their prime in the finals. That's like
that's the
Brady and
that's one of the
Brady and
you always
Peyton
want to see.
beating up in the Super Bowl. We never got to see that because they're in the
Well,
same.
it's the same conference, but
Yeah, I know. They're in the same conference, but
because we did
we
get to
would
see the
love to see that.
championship game.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was basically the Super Bowl.
Pretty much. But yeah, and it's probably like this. I got 24 Kobe by a smidge.
Yeah, me too. It's a smidge. It's this much. Because Froby, some serious. Like I said, that was my first, him and AI. My first introduction to really paying attention to basketball. And you already know, everybody shot something in the trash can. What do you say? Kobe.
Kobe.
So, yeah, number 8 is special. And
the employee number 8 was crazy.
Like prime number 8, that's when he was, I would say, the peak of his powers in terms of, well, of course, athleticism and defense.
Right.
But I think he was at the peak of his powers with 24 because he added more skill with when he still had some athleticism, like 08 to 09. And that's when I think he started to dip, but the skill got higher. But I think 24 around 07, like 08, 09, like that's peak Kobe, like everything, skill, defense, like that's why I go with 24. And he won 2 without Shaq, and he won an MVP. He should have won 1 with 8, but you know, he didn't Nash. But yeah.
Yeah, 24 by a smidge. Okay, so let's run it back and recap it here. Starting from the top, we kind of reversed the order we initially planned for, but Taylor and the Swifties Super Bowl, that's interesting. Again, I'm open to hear, like, if you got some legit Taylor hate with some meat behind it, let me hear it. I'm open to it because right now it just seems like cats is just bent just because. I'm gonna say this loud. Congo. This is not to take your eye off the ball. This is not to ignore the atrocities that are happening in Palestine. This is also to bring what is going on in Congo into everyone's purview. They need help as well. Again, I haven't found a way to donate or help. That's concerning amongst everything else. But Congo, make noise, protest. Don't set yourself on fire, but make noise, protest. The brothers and sisters in the Congo need us. Joel Osteen. I'm not gonna say chicken's coming home to roost. I'm gonna say what I've always said. This country has a mental health problem disguised as a gun problem. We need to address both. Just simple as that. We need to address both. And then last but not least, yeah, well, I had a Mike Tyson moment. Last but not least, 24 versus 8, Kobe. Got to give the nod to 24 by a smidge. Your recap, sir.
Um, yeah, just Taylor Swiftee don't care. NFL is just doing smart business. That's all it is. If you really care about it that much and that upset, stop watching, and I guarantee you they'll stop showing it as much, if not at all. But you're not going to because you love football more than Jesus. So here you go. All right, Congo. Yeah, that needs to stop. It's not going to because we all know Africa is the greatest resource there is on this planet, and it has, like it has resources of all types, minerals, all that, and livestock. Any animal you want, even ones that look like you and us. Um, so there's that. So yeah, I hope that gets resolved in a peaceful way, but it ain't gonna happen. So I'm hoping somebody sends some type of help, but that might not happen. So I don't know what's gonna happen. So yeah, Thanos. Joel Osteen. Yeah, his chicken coming home to roost. Well, a lot of people out in the hurricane. I forgot all about that. So yeah. But no, all that aside, because I don't think you hit the person that was responsible. So we have a mental health problem that's never going to be fixed because that's a moneymaker. So and so is guns. So there you go. We're going to keep hearing thoughts and prayers until I die. It's just this cycle continues. Keep doing the same thing. Insanity. Um, and then Kobe 24 plus 8. I said 24 plus 8. I don't even know the answer to that. It is. I'm going with 24 by a smidge, plankton size. That's how much he's going. But yeah, it's crazy. He's one of the players that can say I wore two different numbers, and each number is better than the majority of NBA players' careers. Just one number. Like if he was alive, I'd be the greatest trash talker of all time. And I know he was, so yeah. I'm like, bro, my one jersey is worth more your whole career.
Pretty much.
I'm going off the Hall of Fame of one jersey. I got both retired. That's how nice I was. But yeah. So yeah, I mean that was it. Yeah.
All right. Well, it has been an awesome show and a pleasure to do this with you as always. Can't wait to do it again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. We got some good stuff coming up. Give you little things I thought about as we were going along here. But yeah, we'll save for next week. On behalf of myself and my awesome co-host and Yeah, I Said It podcast. Peace.
Yeah.